dumb. And I believe I am live. Hey folks, I'm Asif. Welcome to my home. Diva, I know you guys wanted me to do an art stream for a while. And guess what, Mimi? Here we are, doing a live stream. So I'm gonna turn my speaker off. I was just gonna watch. I guess the audio is fine. So welcome. Hey Drazen, welcome to the stream. So we are doing a little art stream from home. Wanted to do one for a while. I have my Tariq milk tea ready, and here goes nothing. So today I'm working with this project. I've been working on this thing for a while. Let me move the camera around so that you guys can get a better view. Hey Christine, welcome. Diva, you guys wanted me to do an art stream for a while, so I was like, let's do one. Finally. Array. Sorry. I'm still figuring out the camera, and she is not being kind to me.
Help it?
I really don't know what to do with this gimbal. This one is just shit.
So there's a ball on the end of this here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I want her to fix her like this. Okay, a little bit. Okay. Hey Justin, welcome. Hello. Yeah, it's been a long work day for me as well. So, you know what? How do you end your day? You can't see it over there. It's better when I see it.
Just push it back a little.
Yeah.
Further. Yeah, there you go. You're good.
Here we are. So yeah, just wanted to do one home stream after a while, and well, you've seen me home this Sunday. But wanted to do an art stream for a while. Haven't done something in a hot second. This is an old Dhaka inspired project, so wanted to do this project for a while. I've been working on and off of it for a while. Very special project to me. It is inspired by old Dhaka. I can still have to work tomorrow. No worries, Christine. It is supposed to be one of those chill streams. You come in and out whenever you can. But yeah, view is beautiful, Diva. It's a nice, clean, clear night. It was raining earlier this morning, I believe, at some point. It's been more or less nice and sunny around sunset, so it's a good day. It's been a good day. So this thing is inspired by old Dhaka, and these are stuff that I grew up with. So I've been working on these jewelries, on my art stuff for like decades now. These are some of this art supply goes back to my first business ever that I ran as a kid. I was like 15 years old, so it has sentimental, emotional value to me. So that's what I'm trying to do. Husband is watching One Piece in the back. What episode are we at,
Oh, we're back to Nami now. They just got out of Impel Town.
Yeah.
The big jail, Luffy and all of the pirates, and now we're back to where Nami ended up when she was thrown halfway around the world.
Yeah.
So she's in Skypedia on a weather planet.
Yeah, Christine, I agree on that. Poor Jerome. Unfortunately, he wanted to do a Lunar New Year live stream in Aberdeen, Richmond. Ooh boy, internet was just terrible, just absolutely terrible over there. Lots of local and BC news channels were there, live telecasting.
International news channel.
International news channel was there.
It was hilarious. One of the guys got so jealous of me. He was standing in front of me. He's like from some big Chinese paper. I was like,
but that tells you one thing.
So
we
cute.
spend a lot of money on our internet. Still, this is the quality we get. But
that's true.
what can we do? What we can do is do our absolute best with what we have right now. So Diva, I have my golden lace. First thing I'm gonna do is introduce you to what project I'm working on while I get my hot glue gun ready. I'm gonna put a layer of glue on the back of this lace, harden it up, and show you guys how I make my little petals. that are gonna go on top. This project has been ongoing for at least 6 months now, but you know what, better now than never. It is all lined, so I did my lace work around this thing for a while. We also did like a layer above this thing, so this thing almost is, gives you that very South Asian post-Mughal era, very colorful South Asian influences. So this covers many different regions and cultures and their contrast. Like the lace itself is a North Indian product around Gujarat, so that's where this thing came from. Popular across South Asia, especially around early 2000s and up till mid 2010s. There was a whole culture of using a lot of lace, especially in women's clothing. So lace became very popular back then, and I had the good opportunity to pick up a few pieces for myself, which I still kept around for years now. And whenever I get my hands on any good lace, I just bring it with me. This is the kind of fabric lace, it's just, you just don't find this quality product. This is I think almost entirely polyester, but oh boy, the design elements, it's just beautiful, beautiful. This thing lasts too. Like some of these projects I've done like decade ago continues to last, so I'm very happy with it. Oh, and yeah, happy Lunar New Year, everyone. It is the year of the horse. I mean horse, year of the horse. I have a Lunar New Year decoration right by my desk.
Yay!
Yay! So let me plug in my hot glue gun. There's Gia gun and there's hot glue gun.
This is a hot glue gun. Last year.
Hot glue queen? Sure. I don't mind, because I actually do use hot glue a lot. So I don't see the shaming of hot glue queens. Everybody needs a hot glue. Everybody wants some hot glue. Diva. Getting the moving parts and everything together is a tough thing. Wires. Okay. Bye bye. This light. And let me plug her in around here. Oh boy. Figuring out your setup is real, folks. Figuring out your setup is real. Because you have a setup for work at home, and then you do something like a live stream, and oh boy. Figuring out your setup is very real. Anyways, I have my hot glue gun ready here. Let me plug it in, and let's get started with this section. So I am combining a few different aspects and elements to it. So if you ever visit well, I don't know if it's still the case anymore or not, but I remember when growing up, old Dhaka still had a lot of old buildings with glass work, especially the kind of mosaic and mirror work you just don't see anymore. And it had a lot of Islamic influences, being a Muslim majority country run under Pakistan for a bit. So this kind of artwork was pretty prevalent across Bangladesh, and Dhaka, being the city of mosques, has a lot of mosques that also had similar Islamic motifs like this, geometric shapes. I love the shape of a mandala, so obviously the center is always going to be a mandala, but the exterior, I wanted to have that South Asia, very old Dhaka influence. So I decided to use these laces instead of having like a white panel, which I looked at it earlier and I know it was going to get dirty. So I decided to turn my white panels by covering them up with fabric lace. These are polyester lace. and then I added filled in the inner layers with pieces of paper, just because I also wanted to give that like very colorful pastel vibe that I personally love and enjoy. And now I'm gonna add another layer to it. So the center is supposedly a golden lotus. Now, throughout South Asia and around the world, we have stories about golden lotus, and this is something I wanted to really bring out. It's just that whole idea of, you know, the quest for a golden lotus. And it also has like symbolic meanings to it. Oh, thank you guys. Appreciate the nice comments. But yeah, the concept of a golden lotus, I would say, jumps back to most ancient cultures where you see people in mythological stories, in stories of like religion and art and culture. It comes up over and over again. Attaining the most unattainable, almost like an allegory for what is right now the golden chalice in certain Western cultures and mythology. So the golden lotus was that thing. You hear fairy tales growing up about, you know, bring out a piece of a golden lotus and cure somebody from the curse. So the center is gonna be a mandala with a golden lotus, and the colorful mirrors and dimensions just brings out different aspects of the world. The red, very urban, very city life. The blue representing a little bit of ocean and waters, and yellow, of course, represents the fields and paddy. Again, very inspired by old Dhaka, Bangladesh and South Asian culture. Bangladesh is a very tiny country but has a lot of people. So again, society is very much around urban life, and it's fields of crops and the rivers and countless lakes. Canada and Bangladesh has that thing in common. Countless lakes and rivers across both countries. Even for a tiny country as Bangladesh, as the end point for the Himalayas to sort of flow its water down to the Bay of Bengal, Bangladesh has so many tiny rivers and lakes and bogs and marsh. So this balance of water and land, the urban and the rural, is a big continuous play in Bangladeshi art and culture. So here that was the thing. The heart of Bangladesh is still Dhaka and is a very urban space. But all of us are trying to, you know, achieve that golden lotus or that golden chalice in our way. So that is the core message I want to convey in this piece. So that's what I'm sort of working towards, like figuring out, you know, everybody wants that golden chalice, everybody wants that golden lotus, keeping that idea in your heart, having that mandala that represents, you know, all this bridge between mortality and divinity, sort of an idea of how, you know, express your greatest aspects of life in an Islamic culture that prevails all the way from Middle East to South Asia, Central Asia, down to East Asia. We have all of these cultures that share a certain aspect of, I would say, shared history, because all of these countries obviously had their own indigenous culture and religion and whatnot. But with Islam came in, they specifically don't like the idea of idols and humans and animals and living objects in art, and which was the way of life even in ancient Bangladesh or ancient, let's say, Thailand or so many other parts of Asia and Southeast Asia. But that was the combining actor, figuring out to how to still tell your stories, but within that time frame. Art has decided to use glass, mosaics, and you have these very common Islamic patterns, architectural patterns prevalent around the Islamic world becomes to take shape. Okay, I think my hot gluey gun is getting a little hot. I don't know if it's fully there just yet. So let me keep a dripping tape just to make sure that she doesn't have excess dripping on my ready art. Christine says, just the time I'm cooking, filming, editing, video, making art. What else? Christine, living life. Think of it this way, Diva. Whenever I truly feel like I don't enjoy things that I don't like, that's why I don't do things that I don't like. Sometimes I wanna just stay home. Like, I love to go out and eat, but that's why Sundays I was just like, I was getting tired of it. I usually do spend Sundays at home, but I wanted to do the video for the exception of those days when you used to go out, so it became that Sunday stream. But this is the kind of stuff that I do at home, make art, make food. So wanted to share a little bit of those aspects. Look at this paisley pattern. We call it kolki in Bangla. Paisley is inspired by peacock. That's how the terminology came from it. So, ooh, this gold on gold embroidery, very, very traditional. So, love the idea. Love the idea. Yeah, Justin, sometimes it's nice to just stay home. I agree 100%. That's what I'm trying to do. Folks, like, I don't want to be one of those like guys who just does a YouTube channel and pretends to do a lot of things that they are not. This is my life. I am not trying to fake or do something. I'm just living my life, making this content, and if like, hey guys, if you feel like this is interesting enough, join in. If you don't feel like it, hey, I'm not forcing anybody to watch my content. It is whatever people choose to do. But I want to do things that are very close to me, say things that I want to say and not necessarily what I'm told to say. And that can be a life-changing aspect. Because think of it, like, we literally spend our entire life being told what to do. Even the first words we say as kids are words that are taught to us, right? I think the most comprehensive and extraordinary thing we can do is find what makes us us. Things that are like, you know, what those unique things that make you you. Finding and holding on to those things. Because like, I asked myself, for instance, eggs was a big example. Like, I saw a movie where somebody is like, what kind of eggs did I like? And person had no clue. And because they were told all their life to live their life, at one day she decided to make like 100 different type of eggs and ate every last one, and came out like, oh, I like poached eggs, light poached, and that became their profound thing. It's like, you know what, it's not something somebody told you to do, it is because you figured out that is what you wanted to do in life. So whether you see me make my art or make cook something, this is like literally my life story. It's like me as a person living this life and trying to share something very real with you guys. Nothing that I would say is something I'm faking or anything, but things that I do on a daily basis. But yeah, this is the vibe that I wanted to share. Just something that is very authentically me. By the way, I have used a hot glue gun for over 2 decades now, so I'm very confident about using one. This thing is seriously hot. So if somebody who's not used to hot glue guns, be very careful, read videos, be cautionary about it. Don't be a what's the word I'm looking for, don't be overconfident when you use a hot glue gun. Be very careful, okay? Let's see some of the chats. What did you say? Jollibee a jump. You know what, Diva? Jollibee for life. Jollibee is one of those, you know, few things in the world that still make sense. Somebody says, you can't buy happiness. I disagree. If you can still buy Jollibee and eat said fried chicken, that Jollibee fried chicken is happiness. So you're literally buying happiness. So that word has no validity. Phyllis, don't win to me to yourself. So you're so nice. Exactly. Thank you so much for joining the stream, Phyllis. But like, think of it. We literally are adults. Why do you want to live your life by literally anybody else's ideas or anybody else's thoughts? Do exactly what you want to do. Like that's what I tell people when they say something nasty in the chats. I'm like, if you don't like it, just move on with your life. You don't have to be nasty about anything. Like literally, you don't have to. Being negative, being nasty, that is a choice that people have, and some people choose to exercise that choice. That is unfortunate. Gold, by the way, is a traditional color of not necessarily just wealth and money, but also royalty in South Asia, especially Bangladesh. So gold is one of those colors that you will find in pretty much everything, from clothing, furniture, jewelry, and it is one of those colors that I guess looks cute on brown people. Because you know, certain colors look cute on certain people. Not everybody can pull everything off, Diva, and that's the fact. So gold looks cute on brown people. That's why brown royalty have been wearing gold for millennia. So I love bringing out that gold in me. I don't know. I see whenever we celebrate something like a wedding or something in South Asia, gold again gets that prominence. And that shiny, glittery contrast to the drab and gloom of life, I guess I enjoy that. Yeah, Justin and Christine, I would say so. The amount of time we have mentioned Jollibee at this point, Jollibee needs to send me a bucket of chicken so that I can eat some chicken right now. Because like, just thinking about it is making me hungry for Jollibee. And here I am trying to make art at home, Diva. Not fair, not fair. Who mentioned Jollibee? Somebody did. Diva. That's just being cruel right now. Because like, we're here at home, all hunkered down, like we're gonna spend the rest of the night doing this and just eventually ended up in bed. But now here I am, thinking about Jollibee. Not fair, not fair. Anywho, here we go. So I just applied a layer of glue at the back. Look at this, so floppy and loose, and look at this, rock hard. You know, you have to take your time and do what you gotta do, but you know, I guess everybody likes it hard. So yeah, you have to work it, and you have to work it for a while, and once you are done, then you notice, look at this, it's no longer fluffy anymore, it's so hard and taut. And here is Nick. I guess this is the magic of when I mention floppy and hard, Nick appears magically. Jerome, this is the power of hardness that like brings Nick around. Nick, we love you. We love you, Nick. Where did I find this? This is I bought it roughly 16 years ago, somewhere in Old Dhaka. So this is 16 years old. So imagine this. Imagine I say Jollibee and some fried chicken appears in front of me. Similarly, you know, with Nick. You say A&W a few times, Alan Moisen might appear from Mission BC. That would be crazy.
Say A&W three times.
A&W. Does Alan Moisen appear? No. We love you, Alan. Nothing like a good bit of Tariq. Okay. I thought I had a shape somewhere, but I also realized we changed apartments, so my entire apartment is upside down. I don't know how to shape. So should I just wing it? I think I can. I have an idea. Okay. I think I have an idea. Let's execute something and see what I need to change. because I have this bit, I fold it in half, and then I'm gonna place it down right here. Let me see if you guys can get a nicer view of it around here. Okay, so I folded this thing in half. Now I'm gonna place the reverse half over here. So here's my shape. Okay, so I have more or less a shape, but I need to refine it. I think it's a little wonky, but I got a decent outline. Okay, look at this. We got the edge. I'm on the edge. Nothing wrong with the hard edge. If we need to edge it properly, Diva, we will edge it. Okay, do not feel shy from edging things. Okay, Diva? Okay, and let's see how far do we want to edge her. We want to edge her down. Oh, I think we found her shape. Okay, I think I just found my shape. Let's trace it down this line. I know, because it's gold on gold and the bright lighting, you guys probably can't see the little outline I've figured out. Okay, look at her. Look at her. We traced the edges. Okay. Okay, mama. Yes, mama. Ooh, she looks cute. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna plate her, put her down. There will be a little bit of a crease, and around the crease we'll put pearls and stones. So we're gonna stone her. But before we stone the diva, let's replicate. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 8 of her. I have 1 down, 8 more to go. So I need to continue the same process. I have to, I guess, for 8 I would need a significant bit of it. So I need to first glue the back, harden it up, and as I harden things up, I need to cut more pieces off of it. Yeah, Christine, 2016. Diva, some of these laces are older than actual human beings on earth. Like this one, I believe is as old as 2010. So 2010, imagine like what, 16 years, right? So pretty old. Oh, I'm gonna grab some water because I think I need to put some water in one of these things. I have a bunch of pearls and stuff out here that I'm gonna eventually put on this thing. But before I do anything, I need to work on the petal. Let me grab a little bit of water for this. What's that? Sanji?
Sanji's on Eva's island.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
So Sanji's on the island where Eva's from.
But that island is actually fun though, like full of drag queens and queer people.
That's basically what it is. It's an
Yeah.
island full of drag queens.
No, not the project Diva. The lace. The lace is 2016. This particular project is 6 months old. We started in our old apartment and then continued the process. Okay. I have a little bit of water. What I will do, which I do not recommend anybody else do, is as I dab through it, I'm just gonna dab with my thumb and layer the glue. Again, I have a chef's thumb. This thing has burned and has many accidents over the years, so I have a big thumpy thumb. I do not recommend you guys do it. Okay, this thing is highly dangerous. Like, look at this, the actual glue spreading part of it I'm doing with a spare glue stick, and after I do it, dab a little bit of water, because silicone and water don't mix. I can harden this surface fast and get a uniform shape. This is a trick I literally forgot. I didn't remember doing this on the first part of it. But again, as you do things over and over the decades, you remember things pretty fast. Like, skill is something that, you know, once you develop a skill, it's hard to forget. It's like a muscle memory. You eventually learn it fast. You're like, oh yeah, that's how you did it. Look at this. So just a touch of water made this crease much smoother, and compared to the earlier stuff, this is so much nicer. Okay, let me do a little bit more. I want to get like at least a couple of them. And reverse. Same process on the other side as well. Hot glue, I'm using a spare hot glue gun to dab it, making sure that this thing doesn't burn my fingers. Then I put some water on my thumb and I rolled it back, and I'm pulling them in both directions just to make sure this hardens in a flat workable surface. Toss many pizzas. Okay, see you the next one. Oh, good night, Christine. Thank you for joining in. Okay, see, this makes this thing process so much faster, so much faster. I love this aspect of learning a skill. Like, sometimes you learn something, you sometimes teach yourself. Oh wow, but once you get into something, it just changes your life. These little tricks and tips that I developed over the years sort of comes back like muscle memory. That's so cool. I enjoy this aspect of it, like learning how to do a good recipe. Hey Ziggy, welcome, welcome. How are you? Diva, we're making beautiful, beautiful art at home. Husband is watching Luffy. So we have Luffy playing in the back, so you might hear one piece momentarily for every other time. What is it? I hear Chopper?
Chopper's on an island. He's hanging out with the birds that are keeping him safe from the
you know what?
carnivores that want to eat him.
Power in numbers. Slay Chopper. I love the fact that Sanji's in the queer island. These petals are pretty strong. Look at this. Pretty hard. Has like held their own. So when I'm done with each piece, I can put this on the side like this, cover the edge, because again there will be layers around it, so I don't need it to be that neat, but cover it around the edge, and the inside part will cave in, and this little gap will be part of the main mandala design that comes out from the center. Ooh, I can make another petal. Chopper. I miss Chopper. Oh, don't worry about it, Diva. Chats can show up replicated. It's fine. It's a chill night, Diva. I had a long, busy day, so I wanted to take a relaxing night. And I remember a bunch of people telling me that they wanted more art stream. I was like, here you go. Here's the little opportunity to do one. I was kind of egging towards finishing this because I have a few other projects in the pipeline I wanted to go to, and I haven't made a mask in a hot second, so I need to make the first big mask of this year, and that's coming up. I miss making masks because every time I make a mask I usually write a story about each one of them. That'll be fun. A new story has been sort of appearing in my head, so I'm kind of intrigued, so looking forward to writing another story soon. Let's do one experiment. I haven't done this in a while. There's a reason we do it this way. Eliminates any surprise factor, but let's do one where just the edge and keep the center clear, because we are making a certain shape of a leaf. I don't want the entire thing to be covered in glue because it's gonna be put in more glue later. Did you make a Vancouver story mask this already? Nope. I have not made a Vancouver. No, like I've made masks in Vancouver, but I don't know if I made a story about Vancouver. I don't think I really write stories about cities the same way. Usually masks represent a character and it is the story of the character. I do not believe I have a story that is based in a character, but I know Vancouver inspired, like Stanley Park inspired me to write Mrinali. So that was the green mask, and the ones that I made for like nature focused ones, because again, if you're in somewhere like Stanley Park or somewhere in Lynn Canyon or something, you're surrounded by some of the most spectacular beauty in the entire planet, and you can't just help yourself but be inspired to write stories about nature and beauty. I need a flat surface and I need my rubber mats. Give me a second, I have my rubber mat here kicking around somewhere. That way it's not gonna harm the project I'm working on either. Let's just bring it up from here. What's Shepherd doing?
They're ready for the bad guys.
Luffy rozon zoarer fanire azaseka gam gam. Okay. I have my board. Okay. This will hopefully make the process a little faster, because I think I can do a little bit more. Flatter surface. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh yeah. Yeah, she covered all of that fast. A little thumby thumb with water. Water touches hot silicone and she solidifies her. Okay, look at that. I was looking for like an easier way to get this done faster. I just remembered again. It's like muscle memory. You do it enough times in your lifetime, you sort of, it just clicks. I also bought a bit of glue today. I knew I was gonna work on this project. That's nice. I'm not really worried if I run out of a few sticks. Funny thing is, the way I got into it was so unique. Bangladesh is the world's largest ready-made garments exporter, which means we have massive industrial wholesale markets where people would like buy different materials. All of this is bought from factories that make like Zara, H&M, big orders. Not necessarily the lace. The lace is definitely for like local designers and local creators. But that was one of the reasons that I have so much stuff. Because like you can buy this much of it, like pearls, for let's say retail for 20 taka or something, and you can get like a, let me show you one of those bags. You can probably get a big bag like this for 10 taka, and I would look at this, be like, this is retail 20 taka and this is wholesale, all of it for 10 taka. In my tiny mind as a kid, I was like, okay, this sounds fair, I will buy more. So I stocked up as a kid. So I have a lot of this lace, a lot of these pearls, and yeah, I just continued to make stuff, and things continue to just, you know, evolve over time. I think I was my jewelry out a couple of days ago. I think I showed people that some of those in a previous live stream. Let's see if I can get some more out. Oh yeah, I think I showed some of these jewelry before. So I would buy them in bulk, everything, and just keep them around. Look at this. These are like old stuff. Some of these pearls that I've used in different projects. This one roughly like 20 years old or something. Completely hand woven. You can see the weave. Pretty simple stuff. This one obviously COVID. This is just a mask Mama Forestwood sent us during COVID. I decided to bedazzle it because I was bored and I needed to do something insane and interesting. This one is a neck piece, and you know what, it can also turn into, turn it up, she can also be a freaking crown for somebody. So yeah, and this is from Aldo because I liked it and it was cute, and I wore it in Pride 2021 or 2022. I had a very loud green shirt, and yeah, it looked cute back in the days, like sort of filled my neck, and I love the color of the, I think the most recent one of them all is this one. I think this goes back to COVID era as well. I think this is like 2020 or 2021. It's a simple piece. Ooh. I think she's starting to break. She's starting to break my heart. Yeah, these are old and I have not been kind to my own art. I need to take better care of them, but yeah, I've just made them and put them away. That's what I've done. Never really looked back, and once in a blue moon I would like open up one of these boxes, look around and realize my own art evolution, because I can see how I've changed patterns, how I've changed products, and just overall how I would approach something, where I would start, how I would end things. So that was an interesting experience. And yeah, over the years, the more I do these, it's just solidifies the idea, you know, there's still a beating heart inside this flesh. Because like I think of this human body as like a really weird and super long single player game. Because like, what is this life? What is this experience? What does any of this mean? Might as well have fun with it, right? That's how I like to approach this thing. Life. Okay. Oh wow. I have a lot of stuff. There should be a museum of Asif at some point, because I have so much crap, but it is also cute stuff. I genuinely feel like I need like a museum of Asif at some point. Anywho, let me sit down. Getting distracted once again, as my husband would say. Me? Distracted? Never. Oh, Frank, welcome, welcome. Diva, just making some artwork. Where are the leaves? Okay. Just making these leaves. It's just part of an art project. Cam, welcome, welcome. Part of a little art thing I've been working on for a couple of months. Who knows, one day, one magical day, you might get to see Asif's art in galleries. It can always happen. Or I'm just very delusional. But I want to be positively delusional about my art, then not, because like somebody has to love it. Rather it be me than anybody else. And also I genuinely don't care about what others think about my art. I like to share it, but don't really care about other people's opinion, because it is very personal. Art is very personal to me. It definitely reflects my state of mind, my opinion, and definitely my perspective on something. Because as I always say, you can give similar 5 ingredients to 5 different chefs. They will cook completely different products for you. And that's how, you know, like how us humans are different from one another. Because at the end of the day, we're just people living our lives, and whatever makes us that unique, I think that definitely is the spark that sort of keeps us going. The fabric of life. Diva. Trust and believe. Those words mean a lot more to me than you can think. And I will eventually share stories, but yeah, fabric of life. One thing for sure, as a Bangladeshi who grew up in Dhaka, Bangladesh, literally known for thousands of years, quite literally known for its fabrics, known for its clothes. It is such a way of life, because people always grew crops and food, but they did it for more or less, I would say, survival or sustenance. But the thing that they did for trade in Bengal, Bangladesh, whatever you like to call it, has always been clothes and fabrics. And it is such a way of life for thousands of years. The state changed, religion changed, empires came and left, but fabric and clothing continues to be such a formidable way of life. And with all of those experiences and culmination of all of those uniqueness is our cuisine as well, because we have such a lovely food culture that has like parts and elements from literally around the world. Like potatoes and tomatoes are not from South Asia. They came from the New World. But you cannot imagine a Bangladeshi fish curry without these things. So that's what we're trying to do, like, you know, add a little bit of that spark, that joy of culture and story, and, you know, living that heritage, living that story, and trying to, build something that sort of pays homage to that. I'm so sorry, I haven't been keeping up with the chats. Saying a lot of haze. I'd love to see some of your piece of the Vancouver Art Gallery. Oh, thank you, Justin. Me too. Ziggy is looking at you, learning about culture. This is crazy because in truth. Oh, thank you. I know. I love the gold ribbon. It is my. If anybody is a person from India or happens to go to India, and if you can get me some more of these, I don't even know, because these are like 20 years old. Like, I bought it, a bunch of it between 2010 and 2016, but like these are like really old ribbons. They've been in stocks for a while, so fashion styles change, color quality changes, so I'm not even sure if these are available or not. But if somebody can get me more of these, I will be eternally grateful. I love ribbon. Like, oh, this is so elegant, right? So elegant. Also, I'm watching Bridgerton. We just saw the first part of season 4, I believe. Anthony Bridgerton, who just told the love of his life, as he liked to say, to be his mistress. What the fucking man thing to do? Jesus Christ. Anyways, I'm getting carried away and getting too heated up about freaking Bridgerton. Anyways, gentlest reader, let's make a few more of these petals. Petilal. How many do I have now so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a few more. 4. 4 in total. I've been yapping. Ooh. One of my favorite combinations forever has been white and pink pearls and white and red stones and sometimes emeralds on gold. So I later on found out that these are also colors that are like very popular with like a Hong Kong style of way of thinking. Look at this. Red and green, very Bangladeshi flag influenced colors. Let's put the red right here, and then you add, let's say, these pink pearls, which are very popular. We have a culture of pink pearls sourced locally in Bangladesh, so pink pearls are always very close to my heart when it comes to this, because Bangladeshi royalty would literally wear a combination of these, like pink pearls, gold beads, and white pearls. So these colors are forever my favorite. I don't think I'm cultured. I mean, I am always amused by the idea of a culture, because as I can say is that a lot of people can agree on something. Like when somebody says, we are Swifties, 1 million of us love the same artist, and that is such an awesome thing. Like, that's the uniform love I feel when I meet other people who also happen to love Kylie Minogue, because I live for Kylie. Kylie is queen, and I love that. But I feel like we're all here on our personal journeys. How we feel about somebody might never really align with somebody else. Like, think of me and Jerome. Jerome loves Amy Winehouse and Erykah Badu way more than, well, Kylie. And I'm here dying for Kylie Minogue right now. Everybody is different, right? We are different people, different tastes, different ideas. But we still celebrate Kylie, we still celebrate Erykah Badu, we still celebrate Amy Winehouse, because these are amazing people. And culture, I feel like, is what you shape it to be. Culture is a personal story.
Amen.
Yeah, collective culture, sure, maybe. But I do feel like, culture is what you shape it to be. I am just telling my story. This is literally my story, told through many different aspects. Like, the food I eat or the food I cook is definitely representative of my growth as a person in life. the food that I have grown accustomed to, or the food I was raised in with, and also I would say the same goes for definitely. No worries. And I feel like Jerome's just editing his video. Don't worry about it. You're editing your video. You're at home. And I feel like that the same thing goes with anybody else. It's just me telling my story, my perspective, and my way of life. And that's how I like myself to be understood, I guess, in that way. Because I guess that's what we're trying to do. We, as people... Zig is saying hi to Jerome. Jerome exists.
Hey.
Jerome exists in this plane of existence. You can hear his voice. You
Hey,
can also watch his live streams. My husband was in Richmond over by Aberdeen.
I'm learning to compete with news crews now. Oh my gosh. They were showing me some of their equipment. They're like, of course your live stream's gonna lag a little. We got like big enterprise systems here. I was like, oh, okay. How do I build that?
Oh, they're spying on Jerome in the window. Diva, you guys are way more capable than us. That's for sure. Hey, Ethan, welcome, welcome. That's a lot of you. Hey, Nav, welcome, welcome. I had to get caught up on Bridgerton. I agree, Justin. You gotta get on the ton.
Wait, Bridgerton, we watched every episode we could, right?
Yes, we've watched it.
And then we're waiting for
Dearest
the other
gentle
ones?
reader, we have, for sure. We have. Yeah, buddy, Ethan, you commented earlier. Yeah, remember, welcome to the stream. So, again, cutting more leaves from this thing. It's just, like, the color is so fascinating. I can't wait to embellish the thing. You guys are dying on the color. Trust me when I say this, the embellishment is gonna look way nicer. Nav, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. I'm using this almost 16, 20-year-old lace I've had kicking around for a long time.
Wait, you got Nav on the stream?
Yeah.
Nav,
We have
hey.
Nav, we have Ziggy, we have Cam, we have Justin, we have Ethan, we have a bunch of people. So, hey, welcome, folks. I'm just living my life, Diva. I'm just living my life, and I genuinely implore people to do things that make you happy. Like, making this piece of art makes me incredibly happy, and I feel like we live too small of a life not to enjoy art. Okay, I guess you guys can see a little bit more of what's going on. Right now I'm cutting up 8 uniform pieces of leaves. Then I will glue them down and work on the final bit of this project that I've been working on for 6 months. I have masks waiting on. I'm dying to work on masks. Yes. So we'll get there. This diva has been with us for a while. He needs to be dealt with. He needs to be done. Whew. Nothing like a stale project. Nothing like a stale project. Because I'm personally frustrated because I want to get it done with. I don't. So, okay. I think I've told this story before. And I tell this story to people all the time. I said this about bread around 2020. Remember when everybody else was baking bread like crazy and I was like, I don't want to get into bread right now because I was at that point getting into stuff like stir fries, different kind of barbecues and lots of other stuff. And I knew I was like, I'm gonna leave that for 2025 onwards. And I kept my word. I'm making more bread and different type of bread, like everything from regular loaf of breads to buns to parathas and naan and all, and so on and on. So sewing machine is a trigger word. I'm so sorry. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. It's a good valid question. I have always wanted to be a fashion designer. One of the reasons I didn't do it because, well, I'm already a guy who's working with lace and stuff, and I was like, fashion designer is one of those things. If you ever come out as a fashion designer, might as well come out as gay, because they would be considered pretty much the same thing at that point in time in society. So it is something that is very close to my heart. I love to make clothes. I have been designing clothes since I was a kid. Those are close to my heart. At some point you will see the Forest Woods and their clothing lines come out. Who knows? Sometime in some point in time in future, the Forest Woods and their clothes will show up. But Diva, right now I do not need a sewing machine. I cannot open that Pandora's box. Because like jewelry was prohibited till 2026. I was like, I'm gonna master bread, then I'm gonna crack open these pearls again. And that is exactly what I'm doing. Finally I have pearls again, because I have made bread. I have conquered that Mount Everest, and so I can move on to something else. Whew. Thank you. Sorry, I get triggered. I'm a person, and it was a very valid, important question, and the world needs to know. The world needs to know. Anyways. He's everywhere, all around. Fashion designer. Yeah. I think I underestimate myself as a gay guy. It's like, I think of things like, I cannot do that. That is too stereotypical gay, and then I end up doing things. So I think being a fashion designer is one of those things that I genuinely thought I would never do, but I wanted to do for so long, is that at some point in life, I will be a fashion designer and I will have my fashion lines come out, but like not in near future. Not in near future. That is not one of those things I want to do in near future. That probably further down the line. I'll ease into it. I am pretty freaking gay, so yeah, I love fashion. I love designs. I used to stay up late at night, watch all of those fashion shows back in the days. Like, I'm a Bengali guy. Do you know another Bengali guy that I look up to is a guy named Sabyasachi Mukherjee, who is a Bengali Indian designer. Now, Sabyasachi does work that stuns me even now. I don't know if you ever guys, if you have ever looked up, you know what, let me look up Sabyasachi and give you guys a link to his website or something, because Sabyasachi is so... Oh, my music started playing. Sorry. Sabyasachi. Sabyasachi is the kind of designer that I respect the living crap out of. And okay, I have a link. I have a link to Sabyasachi. No, I'm not underestimating myself, Ziggy. I know I can do it. I have stuff that eventually you guys will hear a lot more about different aspects of life, because I feel like, you know what, being transparent, open about every aspect of life is important as a person. Number one, it keeps things real, and I like to keep things real. And number two is it makes me... Look, it doesn't weigh on my conscience when I say something. That is a very important thing for people, is that when you express yourself, don't say or do things that you don't believe in, because it erodes yourself. It eats inside of when you're trying to pretend to be somebody else. Now, what you see me do is exactly what you get. It is what it is. It's unfiltered, unedited, unbiased me being myself. So I feel like that's what people should do. Be very open, be very real. I will open about some more things. That's why I have a channel. I am working on something different, because that will allow me to do more things with you guys, just because this particular channel that started off mostly as Go, and now I have used my name Asif Forestwood on it. This channel is designed to bring joy in life, because I want joy in life, and I feel that we are missing in that joy, and everything is like, monetized. Everything has been like sort of, I feel like, systematically drained of joy and fun in life, and I just don't enjoy that aspect. I want there to be unfiltered, uninhibited, like, joy and awesomeness and happiness for people, and for myself, for sure. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't care about myself. I definitely care about myself. What are you? I'm not some saintly guy who doesn't think of himself. I definitely think of myself. So for that reason, I want to talk other aspects of life. I am opening another channel. It's been in the works for a while. I struggle about certain things. It's like, how much do I want to share, and how will that impact people? Because I don't want to say or do things that not only would be untrue, but also something that wouldn't be just real with you guys. I think of this in a way that I might not live for 100 years, but there's a chance this video will. This video has the potential to reach people way beyond what we can comprehend. Because think of technology. Like, there might be non-humans light years away. If they can access our media at some point, we'll see this, and they will see a guy like me living my life and trying to be as authentically myself as possible. And I don't know if that matters or not, but for me that matters a lot, because as a gay man, you are told to hide yourself, diminish yourself, or like, turn down your light, because others can't handle the fact that you are living yourself, you are being joyful, and they cannot deal with that. Some people, we're like literally eating food in a food court, come up and they're like, Nancy, why are you doing this? Why? I was like, what do you mean? I'm just eating food, just doing that, something simple. But if that affects somebody, offends somebody, I can't do that, anything about that. So I want to bring that joy, and that's what we do in these channels. But I want to share more. I want to share the other side of me, the things that are important to be talked about, but not necessarily compromising what we've built here. Because this channel is very close to my heart, because I feel a certain way at times. Then I would be like, let's watch a fried chicken video. I just watch myself eat fried chicken, see me, Jerome, sometimes friends like Nacho, we giggle, we have fun, and that brings joy to me. And I'm like, you know what, that is the kind of energy I want to bring in the world. Because it took me a while to realize the world will not change itself for you, and you definitely don't need to change yourself for the world. That is for sure. You need to stay unabashedly yourself. At the same time, how do you survive? How do you live? How do you be yourself? Especially when not a lot of people can handle just you being you. And that's the reality. It's not me being pessimistic or anything. Not everybody can handle. Like, I grew up in a society, in an environment. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would leave Bangladesh. I was the exception in the class. Always growing up, I was like, no, I never want to leave. I love my food, my culture, my people, the environment I grew up in. All of those things meant a lot to me. But one of my fundamental things, I'm a gay guy, and I spent a whole lifetime trying to hide this aspect of myself, and only to realize you cannot hide who you are. This isn't something that's like an artificial, like changing your clothes. You cannot hide or dress yourself away to something that you are not. So I moved here and eventually met Jerome, built our lives, blah blah yada yada. But the whole goal is to, whatever life I have, imagine if this is the last moment of life. I don't want to have any regrets about living anything. It's just like, be yourself, enjoy yourself, live, laugh, have a good time. If you need to cry, cry. I cry all the time. You don't see it. That's why there's a different channel I'm starting, where I can actually talk about the more serious stuff about life. Because life isn't always rainbows and sunshines, and I feel like we need to have those conversations for sure. And I want to have those conversations for sure, because sometimes I feel like people want to talk about more serious stuff, and I don't want to do it over here, because this channel needs to be the way it is. It needs to have that little bit of joy. Even it is just for my sake and my mental health sake. I want to keep this channel a little bit more airy and light, and have that little sense of joy in it. So hopefully you guys will see the new channel. It's a simple name, simple stuff. Let me put up where my channel info is. I think I don't even know if I have it out or as published or not. Let me look it up. No, it's not published. So yeah, once I publish it, I will definitely let you guys know about it. In that way, we can do a little bit more serious conversations, and not that always have to be fun and gems. Nothing wrong with it, but yeah, it'll give you guys a little bit more, something different. Okay, what's the conversation? We need a sewing machine sometimes. Agree, Justin. I sew. I use my handy hand. That's what I do. I sew a lot. Just not with a machine, because I know I'll be tempted to do something different. Trust me, you do not want Asif's energy and attention to be divided on something else. Already divided on too many things I love and about life. Okay, let's change it up. What's up? Oh, thank you. And Nick is saluting the future aliens who are gonna watch this. If they do,
they will.
What if?
They will.
Hear me out.
They definitely will.
I've been to Space Chicken. What if the aliens that are watching us are like alien chicken? Am I the worst guy ever? Because like aliens will think like I am their, I'm like the, my husband sometimes calls me a fried chicken monster. Do you or do you not refer to me as a fried chicken monster?
I don't recall if I have called you a fried chicken monster or not today, but I have done so in the past. There is video evidence that exists.
He's walking the thin ice like he's a freaking part of the Canadian.
The federal government.
No, not the government. I was talking about the freaking ice polish team.
Jacobs team? Team Jacobs? Canadian curling team?
Oh, curling! Jesus Christ, team. Ice polish, yeah.
Don't worry, I'm still training him. It's gonna take a while.
I'm not watching curling anytime soon. Nothing wrong with curling, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm gonna get you addicted to curling.
If you get me addicted to curling, I will get you addicted to sugar again.
That's not much of a threat. Have you seen my munchie munchies?
No, that's why I got you 4 donuts. You ate 4 full donuts. 4 cream-filled donuts. 4 of them.
Awesome.
4 of them. My husband. Okay. Oh wow, she is hot. She's been on high heat for a hot second. Okay. She's doing good. we have finally started to pour glue on the actual thingy, the surface. Let's take a little petal. Okay. And now tuck it inside. Oh, husband, grab me that baggie of glue. I have loose glue everywhere, but I just don't have any in hanging. Thank you. Don't finger the curling rock. This is not a curling rock. This is a hot iron, and no, do it.
Don't finger the curling rock.
Nick, as much as sometimes you need to put your finger into places that finger needs to go. Hot objects are not where fingers need to go. But I get it. It's not lost on me, Nick. Sometimes fingers want to go places. I understand your situation, Diva. I empathize. Okay. Put a little bit more glue down here. And then I'm gonna finger it carefully. Partly because this thing is very fragile and I don't want to punch here through the canvas. So we're gonna gently finger it, lightly. Make sure she's all flat. Pounce it and spread it thin. I know. Nick, you know how I know? My husband is a secret curling fan. He's not even looking at the chits because my husband, because he's home, he is not even aware what's going on. But he is aware that there's a rock touching. But Nick, what can I say? It's cold out there. If they have to touch their rocks, get their rocks off or something, they have to do what they have to do, Diva. Curlers. It's a weird sport. Like I'm from freaking Bangladesh. Curling goes above my head. I cannot comprehend.
You throw a ball at 3 sticks.
Hot glue guns have scarred my
and run around it.
Huh?
You throw a ball at 3 sticks and then run around it for days.
I don't claim colonizer sports like hockey. Have you seen Hadudu? Hadudu is Bangladesh's national sport.
Explain.
Hadudu, or what in our cousins in South Asia call kabaddi. Look up Hadudu. Look up Hadudu videos. Like, we need to turn this into like mostly like a Fear and or a Rogan kind of view, because like you need to see this. Hadudu. Look it up. Can I turn this camera around here so that you guys can see what I am looking up here? So this is the national sport of Bangladesh, Hadudu.
Looks like wrestling.
It is wrestling. It is our indigenous wrestling, Hadudu. Look at this. This is what they do. This is
so they grease themselves up and then they go in and fight.
Look at this game. This is a Hadudu game. This is the national sport of Bangladesh, Hadudu. We've been playing this for a long time. It takes skills to play this game. Look at this. You have to get the prize from the... Let's watch some shorts. These are like shorts of how to do. Like, this is an insane game. This is the national sport of Bangladesh. Look at this. Hadudu is a traditional sport in South Asia, also known as Kabaddi. It's a team sport with strategy and challenge. You're supposed to grab the prize from the opposing team, and you have to hold your breath while they do it, and you can chase. There's a whole strategy and thing. I don't remember all the laws.
Wait, so you have to hold your breath and chase it. What game is athletics did you hold your breath? What?
Yeah. It is Kabaddi. It's Hadudu is like Kabaddi, Bangladeshi version of it.
So weird. Love it.
But you were talking about athletics and weird sports. I'm like, don't worry, we have weird sports in Bangladesh too. Okay, let me turn this off. But yeah, that is the national sport of Bangladesh. I don't think we have changed to cricket just yet, although cricket is the most popular. But this is the, because I can't claim cricket. Cricket is a colonizer sport, and Hadudu is indigenous. So indigenous games of our people, or indigenous games that have been played in Bengal for thousands and thousands with an S, because they've been around for way longer, thousands of years. So yeah, this is one of those ancient games that's been played in the region. So it is like Kabaddi, yeah, very athletic. What they're doing. So let me ask AI to summarize it up, because I'm doing a terrible job at it. Jerome, can you ask the diva what Hadudu or the Bangladeshi national sport is? Because I'm streaming with my... It's an intense sport, that's for sure. It is intense. Okay, let's do another piece. Oh, this hot glue is hot. Oh no! You are on the wrong side, diva. Okay. This makes sense. So there is a little bit of a grace period when the glue is hot. So you wanna make sure that you get it done. Hello. Welcome to the stream, Liv. How are you doing? Oh, I'm not live on my own stream. Okay. Oh, Arnold, welcome. Why do I not see everything? Because we are still not livey? No, I'm live. I'm like the comments I'm playing on TV. Because this screen is way too tiny for me, and I'm watching the comments from my TV.
Oh, well, there's the delay between the TV.
Yeah. I don't do it because all glue guns have... Yeah, it is what it is. Kabaddi is like saying tag for adults. It is, kinda. Yeah. And it's way more intense. Like Hadudu is intense. It's a game that is losing its appeal, which is kind of unfortunate. Just remember, this is the first generation of Bangladeshis who are probably spending almost the entirety of their lives indoors and not out in the fields doing something or the other. Even as kids, growing up, even somewhere like Old Dhaka, we still had like access to a little bit more open space, which unfortunately Bangladeshis nowadays can't. What was I gonna say? I ordered to see live drinks. Oh, thank you. Diva, I wanted to do an art stream for a while, and this is what I just wanted to do for, I would say, for a bit. I don't remember when that was the last time I did a live stream, but definitely on an old apartment, probably last year. Just don't get the time. Usually whatever time I get, I like to cook more often than this, but it is what it is. Cam often. Diva, it is what it is. It is what it is. Don't worry. But yeah, just wanted to do this. Ramadan is here, and I don't know. I definitely have been feeling a little bit of nostalgic this time of the year, because I would do a lot around Ramadan. I would do a whole lot. I was that person who was out and about and busy doing whatever I felt like doing in life, especially around holidays and festivals. I get a little depressy, which is why I am talking about the stuff on my new channel. I haven't published it. When I do, I will put a link on this channel. By the way, guys, I've been also slowly dipping my feet into Instagram. You can find stuff that I don't really post anywhere else on Instagram. Same channel address, asif.forestwood. You can also find me on TikTok at the same address. Again, I plan on doing different stuff for different platforms just because I don't want everybody to see the same repeated stuff over and over again in 10 different places. That's the tea. And I want to get into more of these stories. I feel like what really makes some of these live streams interesting is the stories we tell and the things we share. So I feel like I want to do a little bit more. And as somebody who have repeatedly say I like to keep things real, I want to do my live stream about stuff that I want to talk about, even if those are more serious conversations. That's why planning on doing a little bit more from that new channel, so that I can be myself and not always, I don't always feel particularly great, especially right here in the noggin. So I want to make sure that if I'm feeling a certain way, I still get to be real and share with you guys, because this is my story. This is half of the story you're listening to, because I'm actively trying to keep this channel a bit more positive, a little bit more upbeat, which is by design. I crave positive content, stuff that I can feel happy with, things that will inspire me and whatnot. But once in a while, I do feel like I want to keep things real and talk about things that are not necessarily the cutest stuff in the world. The stuff that is a little bit more real, because you gotta keep things real in life. That's how things roll. Okay, we are 4 petals done, 4 more to go. Once we are done with these petals, I plan on putting a little outline here, but I also want to do something that I don't find anywhere obviously available now, but it's a certain lace design that was available in late 2000s, early 2010s, a certain kind of beaded lace. I just don't see them anywhere ever again, and also I'm not in South Asia, so I don't know if they're still available or not. So I'm gonna make my own lace, and I will do the little beading part of it myself. So it still gets that very unique design that I fell in love years ago, and keep things closer to heart, because these are designs that I came up with a long time ago. I come up with, I do my own designs, I come up with things all the time, but I don't always get the time to execute maybe. So this is me trying to get some of those things out of my brain into this plane of existence, because ideas are always in your brain. If you keep them there, that's great, that's your choice. But if you want to share them with the world, you have to take your ideas out of your noggin and do exactly what I'm doing. Just share them with the world, whatever way you want to do it. And if you don't feel like doing it, that's fair. That's fair. Not everybody has to share everything in their life. I'm a person who's like, I live this life and I have never seen a single guy growing up who was like me, who was this bold, this different, and lived his life in his way. So even let's say if I die tomorrow, I will have this legacy that people will be able to see from generation to come. So somebody at some point in life who may or may not be crazy enough just to be like me, who will see something like this and be like, I feel that, I resonate with that crazy chaotic energy. And that's that. That's how, you change and you evolve and you create what you crave. It's like food. It's like I cook the kind of food that I enjoy in life, and that's how I like to do things. It's same goes with art. It's like you create what you crave in life. Think of how Jerome started his channel. He was frustrated with the kind of content we were watching, and he was like, this is a certain kind of content I want to watch, but nobody is making it. And I was like, why are you not doing it yourself? Go out and do it. And then he did start doing it, and little by little he got more interested in it, and now he enjoys everything he does. Especially think of like a Munchie Monday. My husband loves good food, and with Munchie Mondays he gets an opportunity to go out and try set food and have a good time, chill, enjoy himself. That's what we want him to do, and that's exactly what's doing. Oh my gosh, there's so many chats that showed up. Good idea for a channel. You're smart and oh, thank you. Liv. I agree. It's nice to create from new possibilities. It shows people your creative inspire us. Oh, thank you, Diva. Appreciate your kind words, Liv. Listen, I vibe with the kind of original energy in the universe that I don't see a lot. Like, think of it, the first time I saw a Banksy painting in real life in Toronto, because Banksy visited Toronto, made a little art piece down there. It was so unique. It definitely made me think about stuff, especially about art and ingenuity. Even in nowadays, I feel Banksy is like one of those more like genuine stuff that makes me question and makes me think about things. And art should be like that, that makes you think about stuff. Oh, Justin, have a great night. Diva, see you next time. And thank you so much for joining when you did. Yeah, Liv, I mean, like, what can we do? I have a lot of negativity. Trust me, people who are close to me are fully aware of it. This is my attempt at bringing that positivity, energy in the world that I seek in life. Because whatever you seek in life is what you need to work towards, and that is what I try to do. It's like, this is the kind of stuff that I seek in life, and that's what I work towards. Think of the fried chicken war videos I do. It's like I genuinely want to see silly, goofy, fun content around where I live, my community, and also have fun with it. So fried chicken wars is just like, nobody does a hot ones in Vancouver. Nobody does like a, chicken shop, date shop or stuff like that in Vancouver. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my fried chicken wars, because that will be the place where people can just, be silly, be joyful, have a good time, enjoy some good fried chicken, and, let loose. Get an opportunity to let go of some of those, more serious things in life. Again, I can't change the serious things in life. They will be there. But what I can do is, offer you a different perspective, give you a little bit of escape maybe, or sometimes just empathize with you, because like we get it nowadays. This is the life we have, and we can't change the time we were born in. We can't change society. We can't change somebody else's way of looking into the world, their hate, their perceptions. But what we can do is what is in our control. Like, think of this: if every single person who gets hate or is bitter spreads that, and we have this eternal loop of, you know, people continuously spreading sadness and unkindness around the world. If me doing one good kind thing, and I'm not pretending to be nice or polite, those are act. If you are a nice person or if you are a polite person, great, that's an act. Be kind to human beings, and that's the thing. If you're kind to a person, that's the genuinity we need in the world, and be the change you want in the world. That's what I truly believe in. So I do things. The food that I want in the world that doesn't exist, I make them myself. Think of this. In the back of my head, for the longest time, I wanted like a leafy something deep fried that would taste like you know, you're eating a tiny deep fried tree. I had this vision in my head. I never really did it. Out of the blue, I decided to do a freaking bok choy pakora, and it looks exactly like that thing. And I was like, wow, you know how you manifest things, how you wish for things in the universe, and how they come true in the most unexpected ways. So something that I wanted for a really long time as a chef, I was like sort of wondering what I could do, like lettuce and any other leafy greens, because I really wanted to get that like very banyan tree leafy vibe, because again, banyan trees are very symbolic and prevalent in South Asia. Banyan trees are part of this giant massive tree family that exists in South Asia and is very culturally significant in the Bengali life. Our poets, our bowls would sing under a banyan tree. Teachers and like local leaders back in the days would discuss poetry and culture. Travelers from around the world would sit under a banyan tree and share those things. So trees have always been that fact. When I did that bok choy fry, it sort of came full circle, and I really enjoyed the fact that, you know, it was something that I wanted for so long, and I seeked it in the world, but I ended up creating something I wanted myself, and that was definitely like a full circle moment. I enjoyed that. Let's go for it feels better. Exactly, Liv. Life is too short not to have a good time. That's what I say all the time. It's like my go-to mantra is like, we're here for such a short time. We don't know what's gonna happen. Like, you know, let me give you a very cheesy example. Like, I don't listen to a lot of music, but something from my childhood. I had a crush on this actor called Hrithik Roshan. I think I have mentioned it in a few live streams earlier with Jerome. I was very ashamed of it because I was a guy, and I was like, oh, I was a kid, and I was like, why am I attracted to a guy? That was my coming out, and different story, different phase in life. But Hrithik's first movie, he shows up as this sculpted Greek god looking guy, and I was just breathtaking. He had this song with Lucky Ali, I think, was the singer who sang the song. It was a dancey, very Bollywoody kind of song, but the message was stuck with me. It's like, Khali hath aaye the, hum khali hath jayenge, zindagi ke do pal dil ke muskurayenge. It was like, I don't speak Hindi, but I understood those words. It's like, we come here in an empty hand, we will leave empty. While we are still here, let's have a great time, shall we? That was the vibe. It's like, khali hath aaye the, hum khali hath jayenge, khushi ke do pal bitayenge. That is the vibe. It's like, you come empty-handed, you will leave empty, but at least while you're still here, have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Oh, Hrithik Roshan. I'm gonna, you know what, Diva? That's why I have a freaking computer behind me so that I can look up stuff. Let me see what Hrithik Roshan looks like right now. I haven't seen a Hrithik Roshan movie or something in the longest time. Ooh, this is him. This is his Instagram. Ooh, I found Hrithik's Instagram. I don't follow him on Insta, but like let me turn the camera around, turn the lighty off so that you guys can see. So this is Hrithik's Instagram. Look how hot he still is. This man is so freaking hot. Ah. Ooh, look at this guy. Control plus. Can I zoom in? Oh, how I salivate at Hrithik Roshan even at this point in life. Look at this guy. Oh wow. That's Hrithik Roshan. I was showing them Hrithik.
Okay.
Sort of solves the mystery of my intrigue with tall bottoms. You didn't hear that. Okay, for the next part I have to make the lace that goes around the flower. Look at our golden lotus. Look at our golden lotus. It's coming true. Hrithik Roshan is eye candy. Look at that man. He's yummy. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Like, yeah, Diva. This is exactly the kind of man you do not end up with. You know why? Because he's way too hot. Way too hot. As in, like, that's not human kind of hot. That guy is way too hot. But wow, what a sight. You can probably stare at his photos all day. Probably need some towels. Anyways. I have some threaded string. Let's get the lace out first. Oh, here's the lace. I remember when I bought this. This is giving me some crazy deja vu, because like wow, I remember buying these back in the days. I was a freaking kid. That was me as a school kid, because this is a business I used to run as a teenager, making jewelry. Oh wow, this takes me back. So I put some silicone glue, hot glue, then I peeled it back with a dab of water, which sort of solidified the silicone. Now it's spread up like this. I'm gonna cut off a bit. So it's this. And now I'm gonna bind my thread with the golden lace. So I have this little sticking out. I'm just gonna dab some hot glue. Okay, here we go. We are gonna do another little knot before we continue, just to make sure this thing is good. Hey Sarah, welcome, welcome. Upstate New York. So you're close to our old home of Toronto. I think Rochester and Buffalo's across the border. We have family in Niagara area as well, so yeah. So welcome, welcome Diva. How are you doing? We are working on an art project. I have pearls in front of me and I'm gonna make a lace. I think I need smaller pearlies because I want it to pop out of the gold, so I think I will leave this gold out. And oh, I have tiny gold laces. I just found one. Ooh, that's nice. I have never crossed the border over there, so I have little to no idea. Who knows? At some point in life, if life gives us the opportunity, we'll definitely want to go down to New York just for the food, man. I just, Diva, I am gagging with the food seen there. Especially South Asian food in New York is off the charts, because like it's basically like Toronto in steroids, right? So everything awesome that we can find in Toronto, Ontario, but like, yeah, multiply that. Yeah. Oh, center of the state seems even better. You're surrounded by the Appalachians or like the escarpment, I believe. Again, my geography is terrible, Diva, so don't mind me. But I do believe you can take a train to Toronto if you wish to, I believe. I might be wrong. We were not very travel trendy gays back in the days. So yeah, we didn't do a lot of traveling around earlier in life. But again, we were in Toronto. You don't really want to go anywhere when you're in Toronto. Toronto is one of those cities, just like Vancouver. It's just, there's so much to do, so much food to eat, so much art to see, so many parks to go to. So you're almost always busy in your own city. And that's one of the reasons you want to move to a city like Vancouver, Toronto, or even New York State. Because a place where you have so much going on that you don't really feel like you need to go out anywhere. Because you are literally at the center of the culture wherever you are. For us, I feel like Vancouver proudly wears the crown of the cultural epicenter of Western Canada. Even though Calgary is a bigger city, I do feel like Vancouver is rightfully like where the West Coast food culture really, or like art culture really transcends from. Look at this. This is the pearls doing 2 gold and 1 white pearl, and the next one alternately will be another white. Look at this. This is one of my favorite laces back in the days. It just never seen them later on. I think last time I looked for them was in 2015 or 2016, and yeah, they were by then already out of the market. These are laces used in women's clothing, mostly in Bangladesh. So women's clothing and their design changes way faster than men's fashion, and especially when it comes to like, you know, stuff like this ornate stuff. We pride in our handcraft and embroidery and craftsmanship in Bengal. We literally have been dressing royalty for thousands of years. Like the Chinese emperor would send an viceroy to Bengal to get muslin because the emperor's daughter or somebody is getting married and they have to only use the best muslin fabric from Bengal. Same goes for like the Mughal emperors and stuff. They would have to, for a royal wedding, would send some emissary over to somewhere like the ports of Buriganga, to somewhere in Narayanganj, I think Tangail, known for its textiles back in the days, including Dhaka. Dhaka, Mirpur is known for its old textiles as well, and that's where like this thing comes from, like creating unique pieces of fabric and lace and accessories that the world has never seen before. And they were the only ones at that point in time, affluent AF, up till the end of colonization period, and especially around all the famines, man-made famines that the Brits have imposed on us. We were such a wealthy society, and that is why that was the only part of the world that was like heavily investing in like arts and culture and had excess food and wealth so that they can invest on things like art and jewelry and music. Hey, look what happened. 200 years of colonization and we are the poorest nation of world instead of one of the richest ones, and our history and culture is completely wiped clean. But there's still hope. As long as there's still a single Bangladeshi guy alive, our culture will live on, our stories will live on, and that's what we're trying to do. It's just like leaving little breadcrumbs, a little parts of our history intact. This is basically like telling stories. Why not? Just because the colonizers wiped our stories and our history doesn't mean that our stories don't matter. Just remember, Bangladesh or Bengal as an empire existed before colonizers, Brits, had a single kingdom, and we will probably be there even well after Scotland and Ireland and Wales and Isle of Man get their independence, because we have survived way worse and way better, and we will survive this too. But I'm not so sure about the colonizers. They can't seem to get defeated over and over. Think of this, if United States didn't come and save their ass in World War II, it would be game over for our colonizer friendies. I know, we're telling stories, Diva. I'm not offended or anything, we're just telling stories. You know the biggest joke is, like they say, oh, who are gonna give with the Kohinoor to? I'm pretty freaking sure if you return the Kohinoor to India, Bangladesh and Pakistan won't say shit, because like, that is the country. But colonizers now say, oh, who are we gonna give this Kohinoor to? I was like, Kohinoor, I believe, was from Agra or Delhi, and Agra or Delhi are both in India. So as a Bangladeshi, I would rather say, yeah, give Kohinoor back to India. But this is the thing, you can steal, borrow or beg or whatever, you can never replicate true artistry. It is not our jewels that they've stolen that has value, it is our art that has value. You cannot take these thousands of years old things away from us. It is who we are, and as long as we continue to exist, this will be part of our history. And I feel like at a point in time where artificial intelligence is prevalent, and I feel like human society and our work system is gonna come to a dramatic clash, we will probably go back to human professions that existed before the big corporations were a thing. Before big corporations, we used to have small businesses, artisans. You would go to the shoemaker and the shoemaker will make shoes for you. You go to the dressmaker, they will have dress for you and whatnot. I want our society to reverse back from giant corporations, soulless machines that don't really care about people, corporations that don't really do anything for people, and go back to a society that's like, if I need food, I go to the local grocer whose family lives here and they're from here. Go to the local restaurant from the neighborhood where you know the guy lives up the street and whatnot. This is the kind of society we want to bring towards us, like take back control of our story, because it is at the end of the day most important thing. When you look back, what are we going to tell our story? Oh, we couldn't tell our stories because the Bezos took all the powers away, or the Musks took all the batteries away or something. Like, no, our story, our history, our culture is what we do with it. We as people have power, not maybe in wealth or in ways that other people might perceive, but power is when you have the audacity to stay strong and not give up, the fact that even after several famines and stuff, so many reasons and things that they did to try to wipe out, as if Bengalis never existed and our culture was something new and blah blah blah, we are the indigenous people of our land. We have been there for thousands of years. Our text literally can be traced back, the evolution of our text and our stories, how we evolved as people in our culture, literally documented facts. So we are not going anywhere. And the one thing we can do is continue to tell those stories, sing those songs, cook those recipes, make the pieces of art that nobody else is making anymore. Because it breaks my heart to think that something like this that would happen so often, there would be somebody whose entire business is around, making stuff like these. But these professions slowly getting wiped out by automations, by machines, and now by algorithms and AIs. We want to preserve these things because this lace might not mean a lot to a lot of people. For me, this little piece of lace that I just sew in front of you in this live stream, this is part of my heritage. This is part of the culture that I come from and part of my story as a person, because I love these things. I love having this be a part of my life, part of my story. And look at this. Look how cute she looks. She takes up the corner and sort of hides the little rough edges and makes it so even. We have to sew a lot, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. Thank you for the art and or spices. Yeah, thank you for the comments. I do appreciate, like, this is what you want to do, is a moment where you're at home, not necessarily busy with other stuff, but having the opportunity to just sit, relax, pause and reflect, and then just express yourself. That's a part of the whole process. As an artist, when I make something, it is way more emotional than I let on. I do believe that I hide a lot of those more intense emotions away because I want to keep this channel to be a beacon of happiness and joy and brightness, and that's kind of energy I want to give people. But at the same time, I am a person with different complex thoughts, emotions and whatnot. So I have my other moments where I want to talk about more deeper issues, things that are a little bit more profound, things with stories that I've been talking about with friends in private settings. So definitely want to have those conversations. Like, I want to introduce people to folks like Lalon. Lalon is a Sufi mystic Baul who lived roughly 200 years ago, and he has talked about things that we still talk about as people in life, figuring out the meaning of life, things that bring us together, things that separate us, talking about the inherent hate and division that you see in society, especially inflicted by people with power. Lalon sang songs that sort of transcended those issues and gave us a peek into something truly divine. Like, Lalon sang songs like Khachar Bhitor Ochin Pakhi Kemne Ashe Jai, which roughly translates as, there's a strange bird in a cage, how does it enter and leave? Which is about the soul and human body. It's like, this body is a cage, and Lalon expressed that our biggest challenge is that we have this soul that is stuck here in this body, and how does this soul enter this body and leaves it? Because, like, we have dead people, right? What is the difference between a person and a dead body? The soul. Like, the mind and the soul, how it operates, how it exists. And Lalon spent a long time trying to discuss and decipher how society is so easy to sort of put its back on some of the more profound and are busy talking about nonsense and petty things that I guess people don't really need to care about. We are always bombarded with so much chaos, so much is flooded towards us that we have lost our connection to who we were as people, our link to nature. We're like constantly playing TV, there's always music on. How many hours of the day, beyond the moments that you sleep, do you have quiet moments of contemplation? So those are things that as a modern human being we are missing out in our lives, and characters like Lalun throughout history have like sort of tried to cut through that noise, cut through that chaos, and try to answer those questions about more profound things about our state of existence. What does any of this mean? Why do we act the way we do? There is commentary on racial, religious and other things that Lalun has sort of dealt with head on, like Shob loke koy Lalun ki jat সংসারে, which is basically asking us like, what is Lalun's race? Because back in the days there was a big divide between Hindu and Muslim, and that was intentionally being planted in our society by colonizers, because for thousands of years the rulers fought each other, but people lived as people did, citizens, civilians, led their regular lives. But colonizers chose a way to fracture society by pitting Hindus and Muslims against each other. So let's say on a mostly Muslim district, they would have a Hindu magistrate and they would raise taxes and everything which they will make the Hindu implement on Muslims, creating chaos between Muslims and Hindus, and vice versa. On a majority Hindu neighborhood, they would send a Muslim magistrate or something, or tax collector, and that would create so much anger and hate, because the white guy is not coming up to pick up his tax, he's making a brown magistrate do it, but he's not part of the same community who can reason with people. And that created chaos and fractures within society that we still are dealing with in 2026 between India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. So Lalun, in that era of division, of trying to separate people, segregate people, question that head on. Is like, what is it? What is race? What is ethnicity? I don't see anything. Lalun said that when we all bleed, we bleed all red. Where is the race and gender and ethnicity and all of those things? Why are you putting divide instead of just trying to, people who are just trying to live their lives, why are you creating those things? And those are the commentaries that I definitely want to talk about, because we have to understand how we have come where we are in life. At the same time, why people have said certain things. Like, I love music. I'm a big fan of music, and I love to go deep into the lyrics of things, because you can see how a society works and what they prioritize by listening to the lyrics of music. Think of, let's say, American music, which is pretty popular. Think of American music in the 1920s, and right after that we have the Great Depression, the World Wars and whatnot, and then you contrast to music in the 1950s and 60s. Elvis Presley, away from the flappers, you have some very country era, and then you contrast that again with like the 80s and 90s. You have disco, you have grunge, you have the advent of hip-hop. human history is a good indicator of the kind of societies we live in and what is being done to us. Because like right now, you listen to music made by contemporaries, you might brush it off as like, oh, I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. We had great music. But future generations will look into what we are doing now, analyze our music, our choices, and then we'll make a judgment about, oh yeah, this is how things were. This is because they were in a post-epidemic, pandemic era or post-war era, whatever you like to call it. Our struggles, our stories, our songs will reflect that. Also, we are living in unprecedented times of artificial intelligence that has never existed in written modern history. So now we have machines that can think for us and help us think and create. That was something that was almost intentionally, almost entirely a human endeavor up till this point in life. So we don't even know how will future audiences, like I lived in a time where internet was not the biggest thing in the world. It existed, but was not the biggest thing in the world. Then I saw how it slowly, gradually, then almost like a floodgate opened and it became the main thing in the world. We've lived through all of that. I've lived through DOS, old 1992 Macintosh computer as a child. I've seen those, and I've seen Windows 97 too. I've seen the advent of smartphones and Apple too. Well, now we're going to virtual reality and artificial intelligence. So who knows what future will be like, but they will definitely look back at what we were doing and what we were saying and definitely come up with their idea of it. But I want people to think is that there are still people who think deeply about our past and our future and what we want society to think of us. So if you're watching this video 100 years from now, you'll probably hear Luffy in the background because there's context to it. This is the point in life where we discovered One Piece and we were really going through all the chapters of One Piece. If you watch me make this thing, you know that like this is the point in life where I'm like, okay, I have discovered bread. I have made a commitment myself that I will not go back to pearls and beads before I master breads. So I can make loaves of breads. I make parathas at home, which I feel like is a win, a distinct win. So now I have gone back to pearls, something I wanted to do for years, but I was like, no, Asif, control. You're gonna work on this, and then you're gonna in the future work on other stuff. But yeah, that's how things roll. That's how I continue to, work on my art, do things that are personal to me. At the same time, like reflect on those things that I find special. Diva, I'm getting a little tired. I'm gonna continue to work on it tonight. Play some music and whatnot maybe. One of the main reasons I'm probably ending this right now. But thank you so much for everyone who joined. Justin, Christine, Cam, Ziggy, Liv, every last one of you. Appreciate joining the live stream. If you guys liked it, definitely let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your perspective as well. But yeah, thank you so much guys. See you guys soon. We have a lot going on right now, so we will keep you updated with things as things happen. But yeah, thank you so much for watching for the live stream. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Bye.